Are you talking about the minutes now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
The minutes of the old business. You're up.
Okay. Well, we have to vote on the minutes, right?
Yeah.
You have to go over. So you do have to read them.
Yeah, I read them. They're okay.
Can I make a
or
no?
All right.
Because I'm number one.
Okay, let's just go. There's number one. Anything?
Is Misty?
Yeah. Yes.
Go ahead.
When you talked about the annual hazardous waste collection day, I remember that we talked about needing to improve outreach next year. Remember the flyers showed up on everybody, so we want to add that to the minutes. And then we also
leading to what, Misty?
We need to improve outreach because the flyers came in the day of the event or the day after.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And we were going to put that in the minutes. And then also we were asking whether or not we were paying the town employees time and a half to be there because it's been run with volunteers for so many years. And,
okay,
I know.
Misty, hang on 1 minute, please. Josephine, so the first point I believe Misty's raising is we had asked to improve the outreach so that next year and in the future the flyers don't come out or not delivered to the homeowners the very day of the collection. So part of that was to get, and Misty, correct me if I'm wrong, part of that was to get the commission involved early on because the commissioners could help the department in making sure that we have this all organized so that the flyers are printed and distributed in a timely fashion. Misty, is that right?
Yep, that's right. And I think we could tell each other that it's the last weekend, but I think we need to just get it out there and have it in instead of just expecting us to remember that.
Okay.
And then
I just want to make sure Josephine has it all because now she has to change the minutes. So.
Yeah, I got that. Thank you.
Okay. The second point is go ahead, Misty. Go ahead.
Question. It's often run by volunteers, and I know that because I've been there for years. But this year you had a lot of town employees there, and I think you were going to find out whether or not you were paying them time and a half to be there.
Yeah, they're getting time and a half. Yes, they're getting time and a half. They did not want volunteers. They did no volunteer. I don't think they wanted volunteers with this COVID.
Well, who
was they?
That was the administration. They set up with the collection. They had all iPads, and the people working with Hazard Waste Central were using iPads to check people in. And the town employees, they have to be there because they set up in the morning and they work during the day and they shut down at night. So we need those town employees there. We can't rely on volunteers to do
I think what she's trying to say is, if I remember the discussion from last month, is we have a CERT team, we have a CERT organization that's very active, and our first select lady has congratulated them for stepping up on quite a few things during even the COVID crisis. Yeah. So could we use CERT? Joe,
I've done it. Yeah, I've done it with CERT in the past. But for next August, when we have it for next year, I hopefully this thing will be gone, so we could do it that way.
Yeah.
We can have,
But even if the thing is not gone, I don't see any reason why we can't. We've used CERT during this crisis for different things. I don't see any reason why we cannot make sure that they are properly trained and protected with PPE and handle whatever has to be handled. Missy's objective or question really is, can we reduce the cost of the collection day? Is that, Missy, is that what you're getting to, right?
Yes. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so that's really the objective. And I understand, Mike, what you're saying is that the administration wanted the town people, the town employees there, but is it a requirement by union contract that they be there, or can we have CERT people give us an assistance if CERT can tell us ahead of time that they could train them, make sure they have the PPE, and also be there for the entire day? That's what we're asking.
the CERT people, we've scheduled them and they've been there all day. But we still need the town employees with the equipment. That's the only thing I was talking
maybe
about.
Maybe won't be with us next year, so let's.
Yeah.
How much are we talking about? How much are we talking about in payroll? What did we pay the town employees?
They came out of Public Works budget.
I know. What was the amount that the cost was?
Oh, I didn't pay them. They Public Works. I will find out what was the cost.
I think that's what Misty asked last month as to what the cost was.
Yeah, we were going to find out what the cost was.
We don't know that yet.
No.
I know. So maybe we could just put that down there for the next.
Yeah,
Yes.
ultimately we save the town and we save us. And CERT was involved with the pantry. They've been giving out meals to seniors at this time, so they know how to handle this stuff. So we could do it.
Right.
CERT could do it.
The trade with PPE and social distancing and protecting themselves.
Yes, to save the town. We save the town money. That's good for all of us.
Right. Okay.
So can I ask you, am I amending then the minutes to say the town, regarding the town employees, we want to find out if the town employees got paid time and a half?
No, we know they got paid. What this is asking is that the minutes be amended to include the discussion that we want, the commission would like a serious investigation or serious effort to get CERT more involved with the collection day and to reduce employee costs. Is that correct, Misty?
Yes, and let's find out how much it did cost the town.
Right.
I got that in my notes.
Oh, Hugh, was the fire department involved? Fire employees? Fire department employees? Were they?
I can't answer that. I don't know, Joe. I don't.
Okay.
They usually have been, but that was with Chief Kessler. Mike, was the fire department there? I don't think he was.
No. No, a couple times they went through, but they didn't.
I didn't hear anything about it on the official fire department. Daily. What do you call it? Routine that day? Daily orders. But I know that in the past they have. Now, why this didn't work, I don't know. I can't answer that question.
Okay.
Okay, so I have that for the amended minutes if you want to go forward then.
Okay, number 2. Did you have any questions?
Oh, no, that's it.
That would be you, Joe.
I'm number 2. No, that's fine. So we'll ask, we'll inquire into that. That's good.
Okay, Guy?
Okay.
No, nothing
I've got
for
one
me.
more.
Okay. I think we got that one. Okay, go ahead. Sorry, Josephine. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
My name is misspelled on the after Matthew second.
Yes, it's Misty.
Fire.
They put Misty Mayor. Yes.
Oh, sorry, Missy. Missy, so sorry.
It's right.
Yeah, one thing about the CERT team. I met with Deputy Chief Dunn, and he asked if we needed the CERT team at that point. I said no, we didn't because of the COVID, and we didn't think it was necessary then. So we will work with him next year and see how it is.
Yeah. Well, next year will be a different story. We hope. Pray.
Mm-hmm. Also, I've got on the second page, it says Mr. Zembruski starts the first sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Josephine, it says, because there was a waterfall chart appropriated. It was a waterfall chart. It was in 2012, and I believe it was I think I said 2015. There are 2 different charts there, for what I remember.
I didn't hear that, but I can put that in. I can amend that.
Okay.
So 2012 and also 2015.
Yeah, hold on one second. All right. I'm sitting in my office, and if I don't move around a little bit, the lights go off.
You're not there.
Nope. All right.
Okay. Any other point on number 1? Any other issue?
No, no, not on the minutes.
We're dealing with the minutes of last month. That's what we're talking about right now.
Yeah. No.
Okay, Joe?
No, I said to approve them, approve the minutes.
Okay, Guy?
Okay.
Sorry, I was on mute. Yep, I approve.
Second.
Okay, so we'll entertain a motion to approve.
I make a motion, and Guy seconds, right? I guess.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So it sounds like the minutes of last month, with the addendum or with the changes that Josephine is making, are approved. Right, Josephine?
Yes. Okay. I got it.
All right. And we go on to new business?
Old business.
Old business.
I'm sorry, old business. Yeah, I beg your pardon. Old business.
All right, we've got on the transfer station facility plan, there was questions about the proposal for the RFP.
Yep.
And it was dated, hold on one second. It was dated, actually this was 3/31, but the RFP was, hold on. It was a 2020-50. So request for qualifications, on-call architecture and construction administration services. It was closed January 2nd, 2020. So
and when was it open? You said it was open in
vendor.
March. You said it was
No,
open
this
in
is
March?
another thing was open in March. I'm sorry, January it was closed. They had another thing in March on the contractor.
So as a general question, if I could, why did the commission know about any of this? Why did we know that we're going out with an RFP for it?
Well,
we never
because
saw it. Did we ever see it? Did you ever present that to the commission? I don't remember that.
I never did it because I never saw it, and I didn't do it. This was done under Public Works. This was done under Public Works. I had no idea it existed.
We were pretty hot and heavy about things that were going on at the transfer station, and we were debating the pits and the compactors and the piles and everything else, and we kind of wanted to stay away from the quote the pile end quote. You know what I'm talking about, but we didn't. I don't think the commission indicated that it didn't want to be informed about anything else of significance that's going on, and this is certainly a significant item. What is lacking in our communication system? Why are we not part and parcel of what's going on? And I heard what you said, that this is done by Public Works. Is this something lacking with our communication system with Public Works? Is this something that we don't know that they have domain over that they're not sharing with us? I'm very concerned because tomorrow morning something else could happen, and it's been going on for 15 months, and we don't know anything about it. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Number one, do you have any comment on that?
Me?
No, number one.
Oh, number one, I'm totally confused.
You're number one, Missy.
Yeah, I know. I just don't understand. Yeah. We just jumped into this RFP. I'm just trying to figure out what are we talking about here?
Okay.
That was the proposal.
Can I give you a quick history?
Go ahead.
Well, Mike, that was for March 31st. This is Joe.
No.
That was for March, right?
Yeah, I've got right here, the request here was March 31st.
Right.
2020, the request I have it sitting in front of me.
Right. And this is the first time I've seen it.
Well, I just got it.
Oh, you just got it.
I requested it from our acting Public Works director.
All right.
Well, Mike, you said that it was closed in January. You said it was closed in January.
It was an on-site, or it was a, hold on. Let me go back to where this is.
For what? What are we talking about
It
here?
was see, apparently they had an on-call architecture and construction administration services. It was, the bids were received up to 11 a.m. Tuesday, January 14th.
Okay, time out if I could time out.
This is part of a Public Works.
Can you go back to the beginning, because Misty and a couple of us are in the dark as to what it's all about. So what project are we talking about? When did it start? Who requested it? And when did the RFP get issued? And then when was it closed? And what's the process now? Can we go there? So what is the project all about?
Redesigning the transfer?
Well, it's not just the transfer station. It's other things in town, I think. It's part of the sewage treatment, project management, design reports, detailed design, bidding assistance, construction phase services. If you look it up on the town website, under bids, it's already out there. It's 2020-50.
Okay, so you say, this is you, are you saying that this is a global, management consulting study of many operations within Public Works? And in this,
that's what it looks like.
They included these significant areas in the solid waste area? Is that what you're saying?
It appears to be. Okay?
And you didn't know anything
about it? It says, no.
How do they make a study in the solid waste department without the director being involved?
I have no idea. They keep me out of a lot of things.
Well, how did you find out about it, Mike?
I started researching it, trying to find out why where they got this from. Basically,
this came up in last month's meeting, and we all had the question mark. We said, "What's that all about?" The first we heard about it was last month.
Yeah, basically the Section 1 scope of services. It's from this request for qualifications, the Department of Public Works will establish a list of on-call consultants for architectural design and construction administration projects. This category is further defined below. Architectural designs will include design or construction administration of small to large-scale capital project as requested by the Director of Public Works.
Okay.
That's
okay. That sounds okay.
Projects may include small-scale building renovations, projects for parks, recreation, town right-of-way, town-owned buildings and properties. So that's basically a blanket statement right there.
Yeah, no, that's okay. But that is for a design and engineering master plan or not master plan, standard of operations as to we're going to have a list of people that we've pre-approved for jobs or for projects as they come up. But what we're talking about is actually what you discussed last month of the actual renovating at the solid waste site. The actual spending money, actually digging and doing changes and making substantial changes.
Well,
the only thing I had ever heard about is
it's basically for the transfer station, all around the facilities around the transfer station. That's what That's what I'm looking at. That's what I see.
The only thing I had heard about, which we had heard about 6 months ago, was Public Works was considering revamping the bathroom, because I raised that issue at one of the meetings, and you said Public Works is going to remodel it, and then you said Public Works is considering revamping the lighting system, the interior lighting system, because they're so dismal. And then I raised an issue about the pit, or I don't know if it's properly called the pit, but where the trucks load down below. I raised an issue about safety down there, and you said Public Works is looking at some ways of getting the hose lines corrected so that there's not free-flowing water in the middle of winter. Remember that discussion?
Well, that's part of the proposal. The drainage system.
Yes.
The stormwater drainage system is part of that too. They want to replace and repair it.
Yeah,
okay, how much is this project costing? How much is this project being hit for the?
There's no
solid
just the proposal. There's a cost. They don't have any of that. They're going to set it out for bidding.
Oh, they don't have it.
No, they don't have any. It's just really early on.
Well, what was closed then? What was closed on March 30th?
It's just a proposal.
So it hasn't been bid on yet.
Yeah. It hasn't been. Hasn't even been sent out as far as what I interpret from this reading it.
Okay.
We do have someone did an architect bid this out. We've got it on May 15th here. Basically, develop plans and specifications for building, specifications for public bidding for 2 to 3 of the most critical repairs that are needed at the facility. That's discussing the transfer station. The town has identified some of the most critical projects for the facility already, which include, but are not limited to, the following. 1, replacement, repair, existing stormwater drainage system, replacement of overhead doors, metal staircase, interior bathrooms, complete replacement of roof.
So Mike, what I understand is that will come out of Public Works budget, not
correct.
Correct. Okay. So it's Public Works.
But the critical thing for us is number one. We should have been in on it because we've raised some of these issues as safety issues, OSHA compliance issues, and safety issues for our employees. Number 2, because of the tremendous investment in the compactors, we wanted to make sure that this work was being dovetailed with the compactor work, so that we weren't having compactors installed in a station or in a facility that's going to be substantially changed.
Well, I think that's why it's a proposal, Hugh. That's why I think that got out to them somehow, that has to be fixed up. So it's really early on. It's just a proposal to do that. Nothing's been done yet. Yeah. But so I think
Mike,
we're okay. We're still early on.
Okay.
But we should be informed, right, Mike? As this goes on, we should know.
As soon as I find out.
Right.
As soon as they let me know, you have architects down there. You've got engineers that are coming in through these other companies that are putting the plan together. As soon as they let me know what the plan is, I will let the commission know.
Okay.
Could I make a motion that we communicate with Public Works and make sure that they include us as a formal matter and notify us formally, the commission, so that we know what's happening?
What I think you should do is... I think
we need a formal request, because somebody's been running things down there and just saying, well, we're going to do this over there. Well, I don't mind changing a light bulb, but if you start changing, stairways and plumbing fixtures and men's rooms and bathrooms and drainage systems and all that, and then some meeting you're going to say, oh, we had EPA here, we found out that the drains were all polluted. What do you mean you found out all the drains? You know what I'm saying?
But Mike, you had to request this information, or did it come in involuntary to you? You had to request it, so it didn't. As Hugh, you're right. It should have come to us. Should have come to Mike or to us, the commission, without the request.
Right.
It should be automatic.
What I would recommend is the chairman and the commission.
Right.
This is you people are the commissioners, but I would say that you would like to be apprised of anything construction or anything going on at the transfer station.
Right.
That's going to involve capital improvements.
Correct.
Capital expenditures.
I know just as an aside that the fire department does use Public Works for different things. But I also know that the monthly meeting of the fire chief to the fire commissioners, he gives an update as to what is he in charge to the fire department, what's being done by Public Works, and what the Public Works, they call it waterfall or plan or itinerary.
Yeah, waterfall chart.
Yeah. What's on the schedule, and understand. I mean, we're not trying to micromanage, but we are responsible for the overall management of the department, and we don't want to wake up someday and find out that because somebody has torn away the stairway at the transfer station, the contractor is now incurring $30,000 of overtime because he can't get up and down the stairs. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm being facetious, but you know what I'm talking about. So we have to know what's going on.
Number one, can I say something too?
Yes, of course.
It seems as we've been moving along this last couple of years, we've been talking a lot about improving the flow and the movement of garbage through that transfer station, and it seems like it would behoove the commission to come up with, to stand behind certain improvements to the way it's working. So, I mean, I think you're right. We have to be involved in this if they're looking at capital improvements, right? So
right. Yeah, I honestly don't even know if they're even charging this capital improvements because we don't have any detail at all on it. We don't know. But you're right. Absolutely. Okay, any other comment, Joe, number 3?
No, I agree. I think we should have them have the chairman outreach to them to make sure that we get this information, that we're apprised of this information when it comes having to do with anything having to do with the transfer station. Yeah. Okay. I agree with that. So you can request that, Hugh. I mean, you're acting as chair now, so you can put it in the right.
I would request that. I'd like to make a motion that Mike, as you stated. Josephine, I don't know if you got Mike's suggestion. I wouldn't put it down in the minute as his suggestion. I would just put it down as the words that he said. And the commission requests that they be apprised of...
That the commission be apprised, right.
That the commission be apprised on a regular basis of proposed and in-process improvements to the solid waste recycling facility.
Okay.
I make a motion. I'll make the motion. Want somebody second that?
And I second that motion.
All in favor?
Okay.
Aye.
All opposed? Guy, I didn't deliberately leave you out. Did you want to say?
No, that's fine. I agree with everything that's said. I think we should definitely reach out to Public Works. I'm totally supportive of the motion.
Okay. What's the next item?
Well, it says compact.
Compactor warranty and operation.
Yes. What was the status, Mike? You did have the contracts, but you didn't have the bid, and you were going to look to see. We're talking about the delay in the work. The last time we had met, they had told you that very morning that everything was on time and it was going to be installed in accordance with the agreement. And then last month, we were told that it was actually delayed 2.5 months and it wasn't installed until the previous week. And actually that morning, one of them, I think that Monday morning, the second one was put online. So our question was, what claim do we have for the excess overtime that was being paid during that delay time? And what claim do we have for the delay in the installation? I remember quite distinctly that both you and the Public Works director said, we have enough power in the contract to hold their feet to the fire to get it done according to the schedule we agreed to. So what did you find out?
I got an email from the president of the company, and basically this was the warranty is 12 months, but regarding the delays, they were waiting for Canadian U.S. governments to lift the border restrictions, and they couldn't get out. They couldn't get out of Canada.
But that doesn't answer my question with respect to our rights under the contract. We didn't give them the right to the morning of the previous meeting. You talked to them. I remember you saying you talked to them that day, and that day COVID had already started. It wasn't as serious, but it had already started. And that day they told you everything's on track. Everything will be delivered and installed correctly. I mean, timely manner.
And I believe the first one was done. I have to go back on my timeline. But COVID just shut things down. Hello?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay. Well, you faded out.
Any comments?
No, COVID just shut everything down.
Okay, Hugh.
Okay, Mike.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Mike, I was. Is the repair okay? Because I was there 2 weeks ago. I had to go down there, and they were repairing one of the compactors. Is that all?
Yeah, it was a switch or something that
was minor.
Something that it's done.
There was no cost. I mean, they covered all that, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was,
okay.
There was. Yeah, the warranty started October 1st. It started.
This was 2 Mondays
Thursday.
ago.
Oh, the warranty started October 1st?
Mike?
Okay.
The warranty started October 1st.
Go ahead,
Mike?
Yes.
Okay. So what about the overtime? And is this place just working so much more efficiently? And is it resolving all those issues about dumping the stuff on the floor? There's no stuff on the floor anymore? It's going right into the compactor?
No, outside, no. Correct. The only thing we have to do is we just found this out. This was coming up here. There's a switch that we're going to have to we have a SCADA system that we are going to install that lets us monitor the pressures on the compactors, and we will have to have another software system installed and some programming done. We have to get approval from Public Works or from Finance on this. Apparently, they didn't realize when they are taking the commingled containers and the commingled from the garbage trucks. They have to pack it harder. They have to increase the pressure because when the recyclables go in, they expand. If you push in on them, if you pull back, they come backwards. Trash compacts better. So they had to put more pressure to get the recyclables compacted more, I guess a higher pressure. But once you do that higher pressure in the recyclables, if you don't shut it down, you do trash, you go over the weight limit for trash because we do switch one of those off for trash and recycling. So we have to, that's what happens. So we're going to have to get quotes on that.
The nature of the metal and the nature of the plastic hasn't changed. No. Why wouldn't we have known this already?
Yeah, but they didn't put all that plastic in there before the recycling.
Sure they did. And
that is more.
Yeah, we were commingling.
As much as that, Mike?
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, we were commingling.
So there shouldn't be a problem.
Well, the old compactors weren't compacting like this. You have 3 times more capacity here, and these are just a lot harder and bigger. So this is what I was told by the.
So wait a minute. So who's going to pay for the software program and the design and the management? Why did you say you need finance approval?
Well, hold on 1 second. I just dropped the earphones. Well, I don't have. Hold on, let me find it. Okay, the cost to upgrade the compactors to be able to choose between recyclables. See, it's a switch basically for the waste. Different types of waste you have on those, and I've seen those on compactors. Different types of waste.
But was that in the specification?
No. I didn't see it.
Did the vendor tell us that we needed it? Did the vendor tell us that we needed it?
No.
Then why do we need it?
Because of what happened.
Because of what's happening.
His requirement is to provide us compactors that do the job that he came down to review our operation, and he said, I have compactors that can do this operation.
Mm-hmm. They do it.
How much are we talking about? How much are we talking about?
$5,586.
The software, Michael?
Yeah, it's a Correct.
And computer. How about the computer?
No computer. This is all. This is the SCADA system. It's remote.
Is that switch currently controlled by a person, or to determine whether
no, I don't think
the switch on or not? How does it go on, and how does it know how to do that right now?
I guess it's the pressure that the system, the unit exerts.
So there's a sensor on the pressure?
Sensors, correct.
Sensors. Okay, so why can't that be continued in that way? The sensors. You need a whole new program to.
I guess because
you need an algorithm to figure out the sensor.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's something that the company they should have informed us about. I mean, that didn't happen before.
I will ask
yeah. Did that happen in the past?
Joe's raising a valid question. How is it being done right now? Right this morning, today. How is it done today? Is the man from Enviro? Is he actually making the switch? Is he changing the pressure on the machine?
I don't know. We're getting better weights though. I'm going to find out. I just found out today the weights were getting better.
What do you mean better weights? Is that more weight?
Yeah, the recyclables. You want heavier recyclables, and the garbage you don't want 110,000 pounds. You don't want that in recycling, but you want to get, say, trailers that are 70,000 pounds, 80,000 pounds.
And
because of the
well, Mike, did that happen with the old compactors too? Was that is there a history of this? How that also worked in the past? Was that just
we never heard of this before.
There's really nothing to compare it to, because before the compactors we just replaced, we weren't taking recyclables.
Right. I understand.
There. So
okay.
this was something new.
My point. Right.
This was something new, and the other compactors didn't work as they should have. So we really have nothing to compare it to.
Right.
But so are you saying that we're compacting recyclables, which we did not plan on compacting?
Right. Didn't do it in the past.
No, we didn't do it before the other compactors.
Yeah.
Say that again, Mike?
When the compactors we just replaced, when those went in, we didn't. Before they went in, we weren't taking recyclables at the transfer station from haulers. They were going somewhere else.
Right.
So why are we taking them now?
Because the facility closed.
It's no cost.
Okay, so didn't we know this when we got these new compactors? We knew that we were going to be taking them. Those facilities been closed for a while.
No, they did after the compactors we just took out. We didn't know that until after they were installed.
Right, but
all of a sudden we had.
Now the replacement compactors have been removed, and we had this bid out, and you had the companies all come down and give you a bid. At that point, we knew we were going to be doing recyclables. Yeah. We knew we were going to be doing it, and they knew that we were going to be compacting recyclables. So why can't the equipment do it correctly? Which is Joe's point. They knew about it.
Yeah, but I think now that's the situation in all towns with the compactors if they have them. It's just
but all we do, we'd be buying something new, buying something else to make it work.
Well, are there compactors that can handle that variance in pressure and all that without having to reprogram at 5,000?
Yeah, let me find out. I'm gonna find out from the president, because I had questions on this, and I want to look at the manual.
Well, but who told you that we need this software?
I got this Friday.
You know, who's telling us that we need this software?
President of Reaction Distributing.
Well, are we complaining to him? Does he have a complaint he's trying to address? Oh, did we raise an issue that your compactors are doing something? And he said, well, that's because you don't have the software? What was the genesis? Who Well, this has been installed already for a month, right? This is what you told us last month. That day, the second compactor was online. I remember the discussion. So it's going for a month, and yet you just got this Friday that we need another $5,500 software system.
No, it was just brought up. What we talked about last month was the operations, which I looked into the SCADA system, which I told you tonight. We have a SCADA system where we.
What is that? What's a SCADA system? What is that?
It's a system that monitors the operations of the compactors. It shows you how much pressure they're putting in, and I can see where the compactors are.
Okay, so we had asked you for the parameters, for the ways that you're going to measure the system, and you said you were going to look into that. Is the SCADA system?
Yeah, that's the SCADA system. Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now I understand. Okay. So now that system was already online a month ago. So was that system telling us a month ago that we had trouble?
We didn't have. No, it wasn't online a month ago. It's only been a few weeks, and I still don't have the tools yet for this. It hasn't been approved yet.
Approved by.
And the other thing has to be put through the budget by Brian.
So, can I say something, Hugh?
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
So, these compactors are not smart compactors, obviously. Are there smart compactors that are already programmed and have the systems working where they can alleviate the issue of variance in pressure? Can you find out? I mean,
you know what?
This should be part of the compact. I mean, these are new compactors. They should have known that.
Yeah, these are.
Mike, I'm very simple. We buy a fire engine and it has a pump. We expect the pump to work. We don't buy the pump. We don't buy the fire engine with a pump and then find out 4 weeks later, oh, gee, for that pump to work, you need a computer. We expect it to be able to work. And when we get delivery, we take it out of the fire ground and we test it.
Yeah, you're going to talk to the president, but we want to know this. These are questions that we should have known. Mm-hmm. They should have told us before.
So something's wrong. They're now telling us that we need a computer system and software. Why wasn't that part of the proposal? I remember Brian telling us that you've gone through all of these vendors, and this is the one that's going to supply all of our needs and everything that we need. They know what it is, and it's in this proposal. And nothing was mentioned about a computer software system for another $6,000. Unless I'm missing something. If one of the commissioners is there that remembers this whole discussion, am I missing something? Is something going by that we didn't catch?
We didn't know about it.
We were trying to nail this down so that these kinds of things didn't happen, right?
Yeah.
Exactly. It's just you just don't know what's around the corner, Mike. That's the problem. Like, what other little problems?
Well, if Mike gets back to the president, we'd like to know as commissioners. I think we all agree. We'd like to know why this is an issue, and it wasn't, and it shouldn't have been an issue if we're buying these compactors.
As a point of order, Josephine. Yeah. Can I ask you on the minutes of last month, didn't we ask Mike to give us a regular appraisal of any issues that are coming up at the solid waste facility so that we would have early notice of them? Wasn't that one of the things that we discussed and voted on?
Well, you didn't vote on it. I know you discussed it, but I mean, I don't have my notes in front of me, Hugh.
Yeah.
But I can't safely say I know there was no motion made on it.
But we did discuss that.
Yeah.
And Mike, I thought, Mike, you had agreed that you were going to give us the measurement parameters, the targets that these compactors were supposed to be meeting, and give us an early warning if we're having trouble.
Well, right now the compactor's been a few weeks, the second compactor. We really don't have any issues except for that little glitch that we may not even have to get this software. But I'm giving you a heads up on this.
Oh, okay.
I'm giving you this is the heads up I'm giving you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I thought you said
and we may
finance for approval. I heard you say you go into finance for approval.
No. I may have to, but I'm going to sit down with the president and find out, what either they're learning how to use the compactors better. I just don't want him to try to. Yes, the contractor.
His Virotest. Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
Okay, but right now, Mike, somebody is turning the switch on and off to adjust for the difference in pressure, correct?
I believe so. Or it's on. They put it on automatic and got somebody standing there watching it.
Obviously, it's being utilized. It's working. Something is working.
Michael, can I ask you something?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
When are they going to reevaluate the recycling prices?
Evaluate the prices?
Yeah.
We get it's a quarterly thing.
So when's the next quarter up?
I'll have to find out from Pete Rankowicz.
Josephine, can we just hold off on that? That's a new business. I think
that's a new business. Yeah, that's something new. Let's move on.
Just hold off on that. I like your question, but just hold off on it a minute. Michael, I just want to make sure that we're very clear.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure that we're very clear. We don't want to be in a future meeting and be told that our costs are increasing because we refused or we were not happy about a $5,500 computer program. You're going to find out why the compactors cannot do what they're supposed to do, which is what the vendor told us that they would do. With the way that they were bidded, the way that they were bought, and the way that they were installed. Is that do we understand? Is that clear?
Okay.
Are we all clear on that? Okay. I don't want to. I don't think the other commissioners want to come to another meeting and find out that we had to go out and spend X $1,000 for a computer system, or conversely, that our trailers are being fined X thousands of dollars because they're overweight because the commissioners didn't want to invest in this computer system, which is what you initially alluded to. We needed something to prevent them from being overweighted.
Yeah.
It's a safety issue.
Well, not only is it a safety issue, we don't want to put other people on the road at risk, and we don't want to put our drivers at risk. We don't want them to drive illegally. We don't want the Virotest to be fined because guess what? They're going to turn around and blame us. They're going to blame the town, say the town's loading it up too high, right? Yeah.
Well, the trailers don't go out if they're above weight.
Overloaded. Yeah,
they don't go out. Oh. There's a control system on that.
Okay, Joe, I understand that, but then if it's overweight, they have to spend money and time to unload it.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think the compactor has to solve that. Has to do it right.
Right. The compactor should know how many cubic feet is available in the trailer, how many pushes or whatever the metric is. I don't know what the metric is. I'm not going to make one up. We have the right to decide and to know what the metrics are. So the compactor system has to know this is what I'm compacting: cardboard, trash, wet stuff, or glass, or aluminum, or I don't want to say glass. Sorry, Misty. Aluminum or plastic. This is what I'm compacting. Therefore, I have to know how much pressure to exert. And we were not informed that we're going to need another software program or a distinct software program to do that. I've been under the impression that the compactors that we ordered were designed, ordered, and installed to do the job that we asked it to do. So that's what Mike's going to find out for us. Am I on the right page? Everybody agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Mike, I don't want to beat a dead horse. You got the idea, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. What's on the next item?
New business. Organic recycling.
Any other... Okay.
Hugh?
You had a comment. Missy, you had a comment on. You asked a question, and I asked you to postpone it. What was the question about?
Just curious when the next quarter, when we're going to be looking at adjusting recycling prices.
Yeah, I will get that from Pete Rakowicz.
You mean recycling prices to the haulers? You mean to the haulers that come into the waste facility?
No.
The amount that we're going to pay as a town.
Oh, the amount that we pay to
yes, to process the recyclables.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's gone up and up and up. I'm just curious. And there's a reason I'm asking that, but anyway.
Okay.
Should we go? I don't know if is that new business or
Well, new business. Yeah, that's new business. No.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second.
Mike, who are you going to ask for that?
Pete Rakowicz. He's the Public Works Director, and he's on that group of towns. He's the point man on that. He usually sends me an email every once in a while.
So
what does he do in Public Works? What does he do in Public Works?
Director.
So, Mike?
He's in Westport, not Fairfield.
Can I ask you something, Mike?
Sure.
The reason I'm asking you is because does the commission understand about the Bridgeport Regional Interlocal Commission and how that might impact prices of garbage, our relationship with Wheelabrator, our pricing with Oak Ridge? I mean, does everybody understand that, the commission?
Well, I know it's changing.
No, I don't think so.
We don't have those numbers, yeah. I know it's changing.
I don't think so.
Because, Mike, when Jen sent me the information about this group that we're engaged with, it seems like it would be good for our commission to have some kind of connection to their quarterly meetings and maybe get a report, because I think their job is to look at pricing and issues regarding upcoming challenges, right? And how we're going to deal with them as a region, not just as Fairfield or Westport or Trumbull, right, Mike?
Yeah. Yes.
That's out there. So for some reason, somebody is, I think, who was the proxy? Do you remember, Mike? Somebody was selected to go to the meeting, and that was the minutes are on the town website under Bridgeport Interlocal Commission, or Bridgeport Regional Interlocal Commission. I had it up on my.
That's the first I heard of it. That's an interesting point, Missy.
Well, I'm just saying this, Hugh, because I think that there are some big issues coming down the pike with Wheelabrator and certainly with our recycles, and we need to act as a regional group, not Fairfield, just like.
Well, and not only that, if I can add, I think what Missy is leading to or alluding to is that maybe we should try to get representation of our commission on that group, so that we're more proactive instead of just being wagged around by the tail, so that we can help direct it. Right, Missy? Is that what you're saying?
Well, exactly, Mike, because somebody, I guess, is it Brenda who selects the proxy for this meeting? Because they just had a meeting.
So.
They just had a meeting, and the reason I know about it is because I was trying to do some research on this glass recycling. And I'm sorry, I'm having trouble with my computer. I had their minutes up here, so now it just bumped me out. But in this meeting, there is a fellow from the town, and I think it's Mike Barrett or something, and he was selected as the proxy for Fairfield to go to the meeting. And I think
who was it?
Bowman also went. Well, I'm going to look it up again as soon as I can get my computer up and running. But Bowman went to the meeting. Oh, here it is. No, that's not it. But in any case, I think it would be really good for us as a commission to have somebody reporting to the commission on these meetings, or else one of us going to the meeting. What do you think, Mike?
Mike, go ahead.
I've been out of the loop in those.
You what?
Bowman was the point. I was out of the loop in those, some of the solid waste. I've attended some of those meetings, but I was just there as an attendee.
Oh, it says Tom Brummer. Tom Brummer was the.
Well, Tom Brummer is the
all right. Well,
for select lady. I know Tom.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
I like.
Well, I'm just.
Misty, I like your line. I like your line of inquiry. I think that the commission should make inquiry to see why one of our commissioners are part of that group.
Right.
Well, I remember being the proposal that was given to us is 11 towns. I thought we were part of it, and I always thought that we weren't communicating with the Greater Bridgeport Regional Recycling Interlocal Agreement. I have the papers in front of me. We signed in on it, so I don't know what's the problem. Yeah, so we're part of it.
No, there's no. I just think we need to be aware of what they're doing. And
well, I thought that was communication was going on all this time. This was like about 3 years ago that I had this.
Oh,
but it's obviously not. So, and it's not because we don't have somebody there with feet on the ground and ears to the ground to find out what's going on. By the time we find out about it, we get Mike has to prepare a budget or something, and he says, well, the costs have increased. Why the costs increased? Well, they decided that. Well, who decided it? Well, the interlocal group. Well, so we have no input whatsoever.
Yeah, but we're part of it. We should have been always involved. But I have the agreement in front of me. It's about 12 pages. Yeah.
Misty, would the commission would you be willing to accept a request of the commission to find out whether or how one of our commissioners would be able to be the point person for that particular group?
Yeah, I think it would be helpful, don't you think?
That involves you talking to Tom Brenner, who's a very nice guy, and maybe talking to First Select Lady Brenda, who you have a good relationship with, and explaining that we need to be proactive and not try to contain costs after everybody else has told us, just piled on their opinions and done stuff that we didn't know about. So, but we would like to have it up front and be part of it ahead of time. Would you be willing to do that?
Yes,
okay.
Absolutely. And I mean,
I'd like to make a motion that we appoint Misty as a one-member subcommittee to see if it's possible one of the commissioners. I'm not saying that she'd be the commissioner; she could be, but I first want to see if it's possible that one of the commissioners join that group and be able to provide input and an early warning of changes. Can anybody second that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's in the agreement. The attention has to be paid to one of the leaders of these towns, the first selectman or the mayor. So just attention goes to them, and you'll do that. You could do that way. That's all you have to do, Misty. Just ask for it. Request.
Guy, do you have any discussion?
No comment.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Because you told me
before this.
You told me to report on
this. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Who seconded you?
Do you want to go, Mike?
I seconded it. I seconded it, Joe.
So, Mike, do you have any? Mike, before we vote, do you have any objections?
No.
Okay.
No.
All right. So let's take a vote. That Misty's going to be a one-person subcommittee. We'll report back to the commission as to whether it's feasible and what the process is for one of the commissioners to be a member of the local group. All those in favor? Aye.
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 And I think this is still new business. I think, but
what?
You told me to look up this urban mining, right? And one of the issues.
Wait! We're in the middle of a vote. Are you adding to the vote or taking it?
Yeah, hold on.
I don't think. I'll add to. Yeah.
Listen, poor Josephine has to take notes. Okay, so.
Sorry, I use a back and forth. That's why I get mixed up. So let's stick to the motion and then go on to the next.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
So,
thought.
Misty, do you agree to what we voted? To what was
Yes.
voted?
Yes. Fine.
Okay, so the motion passes. Okay, fine. All right, now go
Okay.
on to your urban mining.
You want me to do a report on that, Mike?
This is new business. We're
I
on the
don't know.
new
Well,
business.
I didn't go over the organic recycling. That was first under new business.
Right, that you have to do. That's new business, right?
Yes.
Let's stick with the agenda. Otherwise, we'll be
please.
here forever.
Okay.
Go ahead.
The organic recycling, I got the yearly report that the company that took this did 14 tons from Fairfield last year of food waste. They took it up to the composting facility up in New Milford.
Well, that's good.
So,
14 tons.
Yeah, that's 28,000 pounds. If you had 500 pounds per trip, you made 56 trips at 500 pounds. It was 41 miles to the facility. So one way he did a total mileage of 2,296 miles.
Who is this, Nick?
Yeah.
So is that
Okay,
costing us? Is that costing us money?
No, nothing.
No, the residents are paying for it.
Okay, is that saving us money from the landfill? That's saving 28,000 pounds, right?
Yeah. 14
So
miles.
how many trucks is that? How many trucks does that save?
Is that mostly leaves?
How many
food?
trucks?
No.
No,
it's
What kind of organic waste was that?
food waste.
food waste.
Food waste.
Food stuff.
How did
Food
they
stuff.
separate that? How did they do that? Just the individuals?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
at
yeah,
the
they put it in
house.
it up.
Okay.
It's like $35 a month.
Right, that was part of that project. Okay.
But that saves
But I
us on a hauling cost, doesn't it?
Well,
Theoretically,
yeah, it saves
doesn't
us-
it save us to have a truck? It would have to save
yeah,
us at least to
the
have a
residents
truck, right?
are paying. Yeah, the residents are paying for the person to haul it up, for Nick to haul it up to the farm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Next item.
That's
Any
it.
any comments? 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, I think that's good. But we're good.
Okay.
Well,
I
the only
I
thing
think it's
I can say is if you looked at this, it cost them $35 a month.
Yeah.
For a household. If he had 100 households, that's $3,500 a month. Okay?
Mhm.
So $3,500 a month. That was 12. They spent $42,000 for
Yeah.
14 tons.
Right.
They
So he's
spent
doing okay.
$42,000.
No, he collected 42,000.
He did. He collected. So no, I'm
He
just
said
saying.
42,000 tons out of the waste
if
thing,
he-
which was
No.
How many households,
no,
Mike? How many households?
all right, here. If you had 100 households,
Right, 3,500.
that he's doing weekly collections.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they're paying $35 a month.
Right.
So it's costing the 100 households. The total is $3,500 a month for the 100 households at $35. Multiply that times 12 months.
Yeah,
And
42,000.
It's cost $42,000.
That's how much he
So you
generated.
take. That's how much money he took in.
Right.
What does it cost
Okay.
him? What's the loss?
And then he has to pay for his truck and his transportation.
Yeah. But
yeah, yeah, all sorts of things.
So the actual cost,
Yeah.
$42,000 divided by 14 tons.
What?
14 tons.
If you have $42,000, that was the cost divided by 14.
Oh,
That's about
the cost is
$2.
astronomical.
That's about $1.75.
It's $3,000 a ton.
Yeah, it's astronomical. Nobody would ever pay that.
Correct.
They're doing
Correct.
it because
I'm just giving you a number on that.
Right.
On a trucking and just as perspective.
Yeah, no, I caught on to that real quick. It's a good point, but remember, it's voluntary. They don't have to continue it, and if the economy goes bad and some of those people, decide that they want to discontinue that program, they can. We can't do it as a government yet because we would have to do it all or nothing, and we would have to make it mandatory, and then the costs get to be real costs and live costs. So. Yeah, this is a great trial run to see whether people are going to do it on a consistent basis, and it's a way that they could actually positively impact the environment.
Plus, I plugged the numbers in the EPA. I think he had about 3 tons of emissions that they generated.
What kind of emissions? What is it like?
The carbon emission.
Methane?
No, from his truck.
Yeah.
From his truck.
From the truck.
Yeah, he can't be generating methane.
Yes, it does. It decomposes. It decomposes the methane.
Yeah, but they're not burying it. They're not burying it like that. They're buried it.
No, I'm just saying just his emissions from his vehicle was approximately 3 tons of emissions. So, there's doing something like this, you've got to evaluate, the pluses and the minuses.
Right. The hauling you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, if there was a place to compost it in town, that would be great, rather than hauling it all those miles. How much? You said it was 2,000 miles for the whole year of the travel?
Yeah. If you if he took 56 trips at 41 miles, it's 2,296 miles.
Yeah, that's a lot of miles for the year.
Yeah.
So you got. That's right. That's the EPA would put that in the exhaust from the how much that comes out, right?
Well, I mean, the idea. I think it's a good. I think it's a good first step, and if we use some of those numbers that you talk about, Mike, is positive. Maybe as a commission we'll look at it later. But the ideal would be to, and I think Missy, you were working on this, so that other lady was, I forget her name, but the idea would be to Becky. To help homeowners learn that they could be doing this in their own backyard and having beautiful flowers and gardens and everything else.
The only thing about that is you can have such a huge environmental impact with rats and other animals like that. Because people will throw it in a pile.
No. You got to train them how to do it. No. You're right. You have to. It's a whole issue. It's an educational issue. I'm not even suggesting that people just throw it out the back door. I'm saying, if this could be done, go to Danbury, and you see the people are willing to do it. In other words, they're not just paying the $35. They're separating it, they're segregating it, they're leaving it for collection. They're going through a process, so they're committed to it. And it's environmentally friendly, but there is a downside, and that's the emission point, which also includes not only the exhaust emissions, but includes the tire usage and the brake usage and everything else. All of that gets calculated into there. But at some point, when we have a breather, maybe the commission can look at that and use some of these learning tools to help educate consumers and say, hey, for this great body of consumers that have over a half an acre, you can locate on your property someplace where you can recycle. I mean, we used to have the recycling bins. Remember years ago, we used to have the rotating recycling bins where you put the
compost.
Yeah, the compost bin. Yeah.
Yeah. The other issue is, when does it part of it become medical waste? That's another issue too. But that's something else we can discuss another time. But that's another issue. But anyway, it's a good try.
Okay, next item.
Right. That's an effort. Okay, good. It's good discussion. Yeah, that's it.
What's next on new business?
That's it. You're done.
Okay. Anything else? Miss C, do you want to raise any other issue?
Well, I thought I was supposed to report on this glass thing.
On the what?
Report on it, or do you want me to wait till next time? Because I'm just telling you that Grasso of Urban Mining, he said he was very nice. I had a conversation with him, and his plant should be up and running. I think next week they're going to fire it up for business. Mike, Jennifer's group is called, what's the group called?
HRRA.
HRRA is another group similar to the Bridgeport Interlocal group that I think there's 12 towns that are actually conducting a glass recycling project, which I think is awesome. And they're working with Patrick to retrieve the glass, and also Oak Ridge as well. So, I think I will try to do an update. As soon as they start getting up and running, I will see how the pilot program progresses. But I think this is something we should have on our radar, because as the recycle costs go up and up and up, glass is one of those things that we really should try to get out of that waste stream. And and I know how you feel about supporting. You don't want to support a business, but there won't be any business if we don't get the word out that somebody's doing something. And if this guy at the meeting they had at this interlocal commission meeting, they said that First Selectman Marp, I think he's from Westport, thought the glass recycling was a great opportunity and positive impact on the environment, and they Mr. Grasso was explaining to them about the benefits of using the recycling glass in the cement and how it helped to reduce carbon footprint. And he said his cement can extend, could be extended 5 to 6 times because of the glass, which will cut down long-term use or long-term degradation, which is very significant. So it's just something to have on our radar, and I think something that we may want to, bring up with our group. This whatever this group is, that we're a part of.
The interlocal.
To see if we can also pilot. That's what I think we should do. I would like to make that recommendation.
I'm not sure I understand the recommendation. Just say it. The
recommendation is to keep if there's. I admit it's premature probably to make that recommendation, but I think we need to keep our radar, open about how this glass recycling pilot project is going with the HRRA, and see if this is something that we might want to conduct in as a region.
I have a question about that, because the smelting or melting of glass is one thing, but the pulverizing of glass, which they use in the concrete, to me is a worry. Just like asbestos wasn't a worry 40 years ago. It gets into the air, there's fibers. I would want to do more research on that.
You know something? If you go to Oak Ridge and you see how the glass comes out of that system, it's totally in the air. It's just
right.
thin,
but that's not good.
Teeny little particles.
Well,
that's not good. That's terrible.
That's an issue.
That's an issue.
Yeah.
There's an issue there. There's an issue there.
That's a problem. I would not support that. That's pulverized glass. It becomes airborne and almost like a smoke.
But Joe, that's exactly what we're doing right now with
but you're breathing. You're breathing that stuff in.
I'm saying that's exactly right. So why?
But if it's buried or smelted, it's another thing. It's different. So anyway, we can discuss it next time. We could
guys,
look into that. Okay.
Can I suggest this?
Yeah.
I like the idea of us keeping our eyes on it. I think we have enough stuff on our plate right now as to the management of the solid waste recycling. Missy, I'm not negating your idea at all. Please understand. I think we have enough stuff on our plate right now for the proper management of a big town investment, and we have to get that. We have to get our hands around that. Missy's already going to see what we can do with respect to being a party, an active participating, moving party of the interlocal, so that we can help the town.
Committee.
What?
It's called Greater Bridgeport Regional Recycling Interlocal Committee.
Yes, right. So we're going to do that, and so I think we have enough stuff on our plate right now that if members want to keep an eye on this glass thing, on their own, and keep us, keep bringing up at do business as we go along, I think that's a good idea. I do want to second what Joe says, that allowing stuff to go into the atmosphere freely initially seems like it's okay, but we as a country are finding out that a lot of these changes and processes and innovations come back to bite us in a huge way, and the costs are tremendous. So we need to be alert of that. We have a fire protection system all throughout this country. We can't even use firefighting foam because of the hazards that have been identified of causing cancer and difficulty breathing and emphysema and all kinds of lung disorders. And that's just something that people brought on because, we got to do it. So I'm just a little leery of jumping onto new technologies too soon until we see really what's going on. But I'm not against at all us being aware of it and following it, and please keep the commission apprised if there's something that we should do to help the town and also help the environment. I think we're all of one mind that we want to do that. We just want to be prudent about it.
Yeah.
Agree with
any
that.
Comments?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4?
No, that's good. Accept it. Thank you.
No comments.
Inquisitive minds wants to know.
Yeah.
Good.
Any other business?
That's it.
Mike, did we miss anything?
Nope.
Mike, somebody mentioned that the chairman's mother is sick. Is that right? Did somebody say that the chairman's mother was sick?
No.
Oh, okay.
No,
I heard that initially. Okay, fine. Okay.
No,
So I was going to ask
Charlie
you.
broke his foot.
Oh, okay. I was going to send a note to him. Hopefully his mother's fine, but I'm not going to. I don't worry about his broken foot. He'll heal.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he's got his foot elevated. He's having cocktails, watching a football game.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he's enjoying
either that
it.
or listening to the RTM meeting. So.
Wait a minute. What football game could he be watching?
Hey, they got a doubleheader tonight.
I make a motion to adjourn, Mr. Hugh.
I second that motion. All ayes? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
If I had known that would have worked, I would have mentioned a football game an hour ago.
Mike, you should have mentioned that about an hour and 20 minutes ago.
All right. Very good.
Okay, good night, guys.
All right.
All the best.
All right.
Okay, bye, everyone.
Take care.
Bye.